Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm doing is the Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Islands of Adventure Top 10 Attractions. So last week I did the Universal Studios Top 10 Attractions. Now I'm doing Islands of Adventure. Now I'm a super big fan of Islands of Adventure, and I do have to say, I think that it is now my actual favorite theme park. I know, shock. Universal Studios used to be my favorite theme park, but with the addition of a few new attractions, it has now switched over to Islands of Adventure. 10 is Ripsaw Falls, and I am so surprised I even put this on my attraction list, because last time we rode it I was terrified, but we rode it when there was hardly anyone else there, and they put us directly in the front, me and Sean directly in the front and no one behind us, and so I was just terrified thinking we were just gonna like flip the whole thing over. This time I actually rode the entire thing by myself because of COVID, because we went during that time, and it was fine, but I got to choose my seat, so I just chose it like kind of in the middle of the thing, and I don't know if they were just messing with us to make us go in the front. I don't know. A downside to Ripsaw Falls is it's really difficult to get in and out of. It's the way the ride vehicle is. If you're tall, you have to like keep your legs straight and like try to slide in, and then you're like, how am I going to get out? Well, same thing, you have to kind of lift yourself up and out. So if if you have a physical disability, scratch that. So if you sometimes have trouble getting into like weird places, this may be a hard ride for you to get in, but no worries, they'll help you. They'll try to coach you through it. I just don't know why they made the ride vehicle the way they did. But you know, so that's how that goes. But it is like Splash Mountain. It's one of those like really long hills, and it has all these kind of storyline to go with it with Dudley Do-Right, which is really neat. There's not a lot of talking the whole time, but it is really cute. I would definitely recommend that. And the hill itself goes down, and then it goes down again, and then right after that you're done. So definitely do recommend it, because it is like really cool how it has the different animatronics as you go as well. Number 9, High in the Sky Seuss Trolley Train. Now, if you are a Disney aficionado, you know we love the People Mover. Everybody loves the People Mover. So you have to go around Tomorrowland and see all the stuff there. High in the Sky Seuss Trolley is going around Dr. Seuss Land. Super love it. You get to see a beautiful view of Islands of Adventure. You get to see a beautiful view of the lagoon, and you kind of go around Dr. Seuss Land. The only thing I don't really like is that they are constantly have over the speakers like A is for this, B is for that, because they're trying to make it like a kiddie ride. I think they should take that out, actually. I think they maybe should just have some very quiet music playing, and then you still go by some of the Dr. Seuss characters and stuff like that, and if you want to talk about that for a second, that'd be great. But just having random like letters on it makes it seem like a kiddie ride, and then other people don't want to ride it because they'll get annoyed by that. So super love that ride. So even if you don't have kids and you don't like Dr. Seuss, stuff like that, you need to ride the High in the Sky High in the Sky train ride, because of the great views, and it is super relaxing and pretty cute. Number 8 is the Cat in the Hat. Again, also, if you're not a Dr. Seuss fan, I get it and you're thinking that's too kiddie. The rides in the Dr. Seuss area are as good as rides at Disney World. They really are. And just because they're little kid rides doesn't make them not good. So we super enjoyed all of the rides in the Dr. Seuss area. And I think it was Caitlin's favorite ride of all the parks was Cat in the Hat. We did it so many times. But it goes through the entire story, just like a lot of the Disney type of dark rides do. And you're in this little cute little car, and you go around through there, and you just see the fish and thing 1 and thing 2. Great animatronics. Yeah, just definitely recommend. And as soon as you go into the park, Islands of Adventure, on the right hand side, once you get through the little atrium type way, if you go to the right, it's going to be right there on the right hand side when you go into Dr. Seuss Landing. Number 7 is the Incredible Hulk roller coaster. Now on this one we didn't actually get to ride because again we have 2 little kids. We'd have to parent swap, but neither one of them can ride. The line was a little bit long. We both rode it before, and we both really do like it, but it is a roller coaster. And again, I do really like the roller coaster, okay? But we now really starting to like all these like story type things, just because they have a little bit more rideability, because kind of once you've rode the roller coaster For us, sometimes you don't necessarily have to ride it again. Okay, but I do really like the roller coaster of the Hulk, and if you've never rode it before, definitely recommend it. Do realize it's a launch coaster though, so make sure you keep your head back, or you could get a little bit of hurt there. It's also number 6, Bilge wrap barges. Now I never rode this before, and I'm glad I got to ride this because it was down last time we were there. This is like a river adventure, like not a river adventure. This is like a river raft ride. So this one is like Kali River Rapids at Disney. So you're in a raft and you go around, and it does have a storyline as well with it. So I do really like that because it's got more of a story. But it is like you are just jumping in the lake. You are going to be so drenched, you will not even understand what is going on. Number 5, Spider-Man. It is a really cool ride vehicle. I think it's on a trackless system, and it's cool with the 3D glasses, and you're moving around, and the story is really good. They have really cool effects, like when they bring the electricity thing down and he like puts it on your car and it shakes your car. It's just really immersive. So definitely. Number 4 is a new ride for us, which is Kong. So I think it's like Rise of the Kong or something like that. I forget exactly what it's called, but it is the Kong ride. And this is also a unique ride. So this has the same ride vehicle as Fast and the Furious, and that is where you're going to be riding on this like bus or like kind of a big Jeep, and it's moving through the attraction, but it's based off of screens. So you have real life aspects of stuff and mostly screens. So there's a lot to really look at. So I sat in the back. So if you can sit in the back, that's kind of a great way to sit. If you don't really know where to sit in the row, the far right hand side is the best seat, because at the end you have to get really close to Kong and you get to see his face really up close. It's a really amazing animatronic, so you want to be able to see that really good. So a little bit scary. What's crazy is though the queue is like super creepy, and so it actually scared both of our kids in the queue. We were going to have them on the ride because we heard it wasn't that bad. And number 3, River Adventure. So this one is in the Jurassic Park area, and it is a great ride. It's one of the originals. It's super slow moving through the nice water. It's kind of like Jungle Cruise except with dinosaurs. Super cute, and it has one big drop, so kind of like Splash Mountain there, that the majority of it is animatronics, and then you get into the drop. It is a little bit scary, per usual, with anything with Universal, but my kids still even really liked it, with it being dinosaurs. Number 2, Forbidden Journey. Now this is in Harry Potter Hogsmeade area. What's really, really cool about this ride is the queue itself. So even if you don't ride the ride, make sure you go through the queue, because you get to go through Hogwarts Castle and you get to see all these really cool projections, go through Dumbledore's office. There's just so many cool, unique items in the Forbidden Journey queue. So if you go through it and then decide you don't want to do the ride, it's okay. At the very end, right before you see the sorting hat, just tell them you don't want to do the ride and you'll just head off to the left. But still recommend doing the ride. It can cause people to be very sick, so I definitely recommend you take some Dramamine beforehand. But even if you get sick, I do think it's worth it just to do it one time at least, because it's a really cool mixture of screens and live animatronics. Number 1 would be the brand new ride at Islands of Adventure, Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. Now this is one you got to as soon as you get to the park, rope drop it, because it does get very busy, but it's starting to get less since it's kind of the newest wearing off. But it's really neat. You get to ride like on a motorcycle, and then the other person with you gets to ride on the sidecar, and you have a mixture of a roller coaster and animatronics. Really cool storyline that goes with it. And its top 10 attractions, it was Ripsaw Falls for number 10, number 9, High in the Sky Seuss Trolley Train, number 8, Cat in the Hat, number 7, The Hulk, number 6, Bilge wrap barges, number 5, Spider-Man, number 4, Kong, number 3, River Adventure, number 2, Forbidden Journey, and number 1, Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. So those are my top 10 for Islands of Adventure on ones I would prioritize to make sure I get done. Now one that is not a ride, but it is a really cool attraction, is the Raptor Encounter. Like you need to do that, but like that's something you don't necessarily have to prioritize. It's kind of like just as you're going by, just hop in the line for that and make sure you do it. And apparently there's the regular Raptor Encounter, and then there's the baby Raptor Encounter, but they like kind of alternate on those, so it's hard to get that. So we got the Raptor Encounter, we just did it twice, just because we couldn't ever make it work out exactly right, but if that was important to you, you may need to prioritize that as well, especially if your kids like are really, really into dinosaurs. Ours are, but not like the most important thing to them. So, hope that helps. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Make sure you check out my merchandise on teespring.com. I'm going to have some new shirts coming out very, very soon. And I have horse shirts, travel shirts, and just in general Adventures by Kayla merchandise. So please check that out on teespring.com/adventures by Kayla. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you also check out my blog where I will be writing my reviews of things. I do one blog per week. It's on mountaincreekstables.org. So thanks for watching. God bless. Be adventurous. I'll see you next time. Bye.